Hi guys! In today's video I share what we brought in our kids' carry-ons on the airplane, and I also talk about my thoughts about travel goodie bags for kids. Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Yana, and here on this channel I talk about motherhood, life, work. I'm a working mom, work from home mom, so it's an additional layer of craziness. So if those are the things that interest you, I would love to have you as my subscriber, and make sure to hit that notification bell so that you see when my videos are showing up if you're interested in whatever I'm here talking about. So in today's video I would love to share with you things that are going to be helpful for travel with kids. Recently we have gone on a trip with my whole family, my husband and both of my children, 5 and 2-year-old, and I was photographing a wedding. I'm a wedding photographer, so I was working on that trip and we spent 6 days there. But the point is not about how long we spent there. The point is that we needed to fly from New Jersey, from Philadelphia. We live in New Jersey. We flew from Philadelphia airport to Nebraska, Omaha, Nebraska. And it was a 2-flight destination, so I don't know how to say it properly, but we needed to take 2 flights both ways. My youngest son is 2, so he had an ability to bring his own carry-on, which we did pack backpack for every family member, and I thought it would be so cute to get a picture of all of us together wearing our backpacks. Well, travel with children is very hectic, so going there we had 4 backpacks, and going back we had only 3, because I'm like, okay, this is not cute, this is not helpful, it's difficult. You need to decide how old your children are and if they can manage their own things or no, because even my 5-year-old, he would carry his backpack for a little bit and then he would get tired because there were a lot of things that we needed to bring on the plane. So it was kind of heavy. Like, how much can you expect of your 5-year-old or any age of the child carry, unless they're like older and like teenagers or something, then they can be responsible for certain things. But yes, if you're bringing something on the airplane, chances are that you will be carrying it. So make your decisions wisely, or you can make one decision and then going back home or when you're switching flights, just pack one backpack together up, put it away, and then you don't have to carry an extra item. All children, all backpacks hanging off of you basically. What did we put in those backpacks when we were going on the airplane? Number 1, diapers and wipes. We did not bring too much diapers. I calculated every hour, so we were traveling for 6 or 7 hours on the plane with the changes of the airplane. So I think I brought 10 diapers, which was obviously a lot more than we needed. But you never know. It's just a little bit better to be safe on the safe side rather than like running out of diapers. I actually did not see any drugstores in the airport, but maybe next time I'm going to ask and see if there are ways to buy diapers and wipes, because I'm like, what if someone runs out of diapers? I'm pretty sure they have solutions for that, because that would be very unwise on their part to not have that solution. So I would think that in the emergency situation you probably could figure it out, but bring just a few extra diapers with you so that you're not stressed out and like not being peed on in the middle of the airport. Number 2, which is the second most important part, if not the first one, snacks. We brought a lot of snacks for my children, which I think I overpacked a little bit because I brought some new things with us. I brought veggie sticks because I'm like, oh, they're like healthier version of chips, which they were not a hit. My younger son ate them some. My older son would eat like 2, 3, 4 sticks, and then he would stop, like he wouldn't want to eat them anymore. My suggestion is bring snacks that your kids love. In my case, my children love goldfish, they love Cheez-Its, they love gummy bears or fruit snacks. I thought that next time we're traveling I will just bring those 3 snacks and maybe something else. Maybe I'm forgetting something else that they love, but they do enjoy cereal bars. I did bring some cereal bars with us that they like. I would suggest bringing some candy. Lollipops would be another wonderful option. I actually bought some lollipops and I forgot them to put it in the backpack. So lollipops, if your kids like them, that would be very helpful for them to suck on them while like taking off and going down because of the air pressure changing, like their ears, like everyone ears pops, but adults know just to swallow and it's gone. With kids it's a little bit more tricky, so if they get to eat something or drink something, it's a little bit easier. So yes, have something, candy, chewing gum if they're old enough to chew gum, or any kind of snacks that they like, salty or sweet, nuts, anything that they enjoy. I know that it is very tempting for us to bring healthy snacks and have like, oh, here you go, carrot sticks or a piece of pepper to eat, or like a piece of broccoli or something. But if your children do not like it, you can get away with them eating it for a little bit, but the longer the trip gets, the harder it is for them to munch on a healthy snack rather than like grabbing some goldfish and just enjoying it and like being distracted and happy and not giving you trouble while you are traveling. So that's right, I did bring strawberries and grapes for myself and my younger son. My younger son loves grapes, so that was a healthy snack that we brought and both of us enjoyed, and we finished them all. So if you know that your children love healthy snacks, absolutely pack them, because I'm pretty sure that TSA, the security, they do allow most of the snacks, hard-boiled eggs, small yogurts. If your children love yogurts, bring them. Make sure that they're 6 ounces or smaller, because I think last year when we traveled, I brought a Greek yogurt, like regular jar of Greek yogurt, and I do not remember how many ounces it is, but it is bigger than 6 ounces. So make sure that anything that you're bringing snack wise, you probably couldn't even do like milk bottle or something, like, or any other drink for 6 ounces. Just make sure that like they're poured in the TSA approved packaging. I'm sure like the travel sections in Walmart and Target, or like Dollar Tree, dollar stores, will have those tiny little containers that you can pack even liquids for your kids and bring them super safely. And I feel like TSA is more lenient with bringing a lot more snacks and food for kids than anyone else. So if you're traveling with kids, you can get away with more. Last year, or maybe a year before, I think when we just had one child, my son, well, I think he was 2.5 or 1.5, he loved rice and pasta. And on a multiple trips, airplane trips, we would bring a container with rice and a container with pasta and container with dumplings. And I think there was some broccoli too. Does not matter. He loved real food, and I did too. So we would pack real food into that, I think it was a cup container. So it's so it's 8 ounce container. But because it was not liquid but solid food, they did allow that in. What did happen when we're coming back home, I bought a block of cheese and I forgot to cut it up into chunks. And you will think I'm crazy, like just bring string cheese individually packed. My boys love cheddar cheese, and we tried string cheese a few times. I mean, they eat it once in a while, but they are not huge fans. So we did not bring string cheese with us. I just bought a block of cheddar cheese and I meant to cut it up, and I did not. And we did open it in the house, so we ate a slice of it before we were leaving for a trip. And then when we were going through TSA, they told us that we cannot bring it. And I am not sure if the reason was because it was opened, like not sealed anymore, or because it was larger than 6 ounces. I mean, I did not care at that point, which right now I'm like, I should have asked for future trips, but we just threw it away and we did not bring it with us, which is fine. I mean, it's a few dollars of waste. I mean, a shame, but whatever. Traveling with children, you have bigger problems than a piece of cheddar cheese. But that's right, cheeses, berries, any cut up fruit, and even real food. Like if your children love normal food, bring it, because if that keeps them happy, that's the most important part. Another meal item or like drink item is to bring an empty water bottle or empty sippy cup. For ourselves, we brought some water bottles, a water bottle for myself, and I brought 4 sippy cups for my kids. And I know you're going to like 5-year-old using sippy cup, whatever, it's safe, it does not leak, it doesn't give me any trouble, so I use it. It's not a baby bottle with like a real nipple or something. Like it's a sippy cup for kids, so it doesn't leak, and it's very easy for me to clean. If my milk is going to hang out there for like a day or so and it gets like fermented and it gets bad, it's very easy for me to wash that out out rather than any other bottle with like more parts and more things to it. So I want my cups to be clean for my kids, so I use the one that I can clean easily. So I brought 4 cups, and it was intended for the airplane as well as for our whole trip. And I meant to use, and I did use, 2 of them for water and 2 of them for milk, so that when we're leaving the house we can drink milk getting out of the house, like finishing breakfast or lunch or whatever, and then while we are out sightseeing or doing something, we can easily refill the water cup, so that I don't have to like find place to wash the cup, make sure it's not greasy from milk or whatever. So 1 cup was dedicated for water or juice. We don't drink too much juices, but if we were, that would be for juice and water, and the other one would be for milk. And it was super helpful in the airplane as well and in the airport, so they could fill up their own water bottles, and it was very fun for them and very helpful and very cost effective as well, because as you know, airplane food and water bottles and drinks are extremely expensive. So I would rather bring an empty cup with me and fill it up as we go in the trip. Next item on my list was the hand sanitizer, which normally we do not use hand sanitizer, but for traveling purposes I thought it will be a very helpful item to have, because we would be exposed to so many more germs and like so many more chances to get sick. So I did bring a little bottle of hand sanitizer for all of us to use, and we used it once in a while when we remembered, because it's out of habit for me to use. Sometimes I didn't remember, but we wash our hands pretty regularly anyway, so no one got sick after the trip or on the trip, so that's a good point. Another important item for you to bring in your kids' carry-ons is an extra set of clothing for your kids and yourself. It's amazing how well kids can get dirty. It's like the most random things that can happen and they get dirty. So for us on the trip back, so story time. On the trip going to Nebraska, my son spilled apple juice on himself while we were given like juices and drinks in the airplane. So that was one. So we thankfully had clothes to change into, and he was able to stay dry and not sticky and not disgusting. I did not get dirty on the airplane, which is good. But with small children, there's so many opportunities to get dirty. So always bring an extra set, or maybe even 2 if you're traveling with even smaller children like toddlers and babies. Bring extra clothes. On the way back, we missed our connecting flight because of the weather reasons. So what we were offered or given is cots. I think they're called cots. I don't remember. It's basically like fold up bed. We slept at the airport. It was not very comfortable, but that's what we were supposed to do. Like there was no any other option, because it was weather related and it was not the blame of the airline. They did not put us in the hotel, which is fine, but we didn't get to shower. They actually provided us with the tiny little care packets with the toothbrushes and toothpaste and all those things, but whatever. Not important to this video. However, it is important to this video. I would say grab a toothbrush to put in your kids' carry-ons and your own carry-on, just in case if something like this happened. Or maybe you just want to refresh yourself in the middle of the flight and it's like maybe your mouth feels not pleasant, then you will have an option to brush your teeth. So going back home, because we missed the flight, we were staying overnight at the airport. It was very helpful for us to have extra set of clothing, so that because the boys, they sit on the floor, they lay on the floor, and it's very dirty. So I thought it was very helpful for us to be able to change them into a new set of clothing the next morning, so that we are traveling somewhat more refreshed and not like just super dirty and not fresh and disgusting. So yes, having extra clothing for yourself and your children is very important and very helpful. And the last thing on my list is toys. We brought some new toys that we have never used before. We actually went to a Dollar Tree for one toy. For two, we bought 2 separate toys, which whatever my kids, I let my children pick out their own toys so that I know that they like it. It's just like my story about snacks. I brought some snacks that they didn't care for. The same fear was for me to buy a toy and then they will play with it for 5 minutes because it's fresh. They will play with it. But if they're not really into it, they will not be as attracted to playing with it and they will not spend as much time to play with it. So what I did was that I let them choose the toy. Before going to the store, I told them, we are going to go shop for a toy for the trip, for an airplane. When we go on the airplane, you will get to play with it, but we're not going to open it beforehand. When we get to the airport, this is the time when we're going to open it. It was very difficult for my 5-year-old. 2-year-old did not remember too much, like you hide it and he forgets. But with my 5-year-old, it was very difficult for him to not be able to open it, and he would ask me to look at so that's right, we bought 2 monster trucks that they liked, 2 like magnetic drawing boards, and we bought a transformer from Target because this is, I mean, there are no transformers at the Dollar Tree. We went to Target for like last minute things and we picked the transformer because he's into transformers very much right now. So it was very difficult for my son to not open it. He asked multiple times, can I look at it? So he would just look at it in the box, and I'm like, oh, my poor child. But he was just looking at it and played with it in the box. But let me tell you, when we got to the airport, like waking up in the morning, we had to wake up at 3 a.m. like put the kids in the car. They woke up slightly and I'm like, oh, we're going to the airport. It was like the Christmas morning excitement for them that, oh, we're going to the airport. We get to open our gifts or our toys in just like a few moments. It was, instead of being sad and tired and sleepy, they were excited to go to the airplane and like open up their gifts. So that was the best thing I have done with the preparation to this trip. And now let's talk about the goodie bags for kids, because the ideas, where this idea came from is that I saw people bringing goodie bags to the airplane. So they would pack a bag, a gallon Ziploc bag for kids with snacks and toys so that kids are allowed to get those things out of their bag once they're on the airplane. It works. I think it will work for older kids. In my case, because my children are so small and they need a lot of tending, a lot of care, and a lot of things that I have to do for them, the goodie bag would not work for them. Because, I mean, they can't even open the Ziploc bag, so like how are they supposed to be opening it? And the snacks, like how does a 2-year-old is supposed to go in the snack while his ears are being popped from the going up the air? How is he supposed to know that, oh, we're going up in the airplane, so I need to get my gummy bears right now that I cannot open because the bag is so difficult to open that even my mom can barely open, and like start eating them on time? No, you as an adult, you need to be prepared for those things. When the airplane takes off, you know we're going up in 1 minute. Have those gummy bears or whatever their favorite snack is, have it handy, have it open, almost open, and the moment you feel your ears popped, start feeding your child those gummy bears. So same thing for a 5-year-old. He's not big enough to realize those things and to know those things. He's a baby. You are a parent. Your task in life right now is to care for this little child and to help them learn. When you're doing those things, explain it to them. Oh, do you feel your ears pop? That's because we're going up. Here you go, a gummy bear or a goldfish. If you eat it, you're going to swallow and your ears are going to pop. Teach them, explain things to them, like help them understand what is going on with their bodies, with some of the physics. Explain those things to them. Or like if you don't understand things yourself, just tell them, if this is what's happening, if you do this, it will help you. I do not know why, but it helps. So just teach them. And yes, a goodie bag would not work in my case. For older kids, that would be fun for them to be able to pick their own snack whenever they wanted and like to get it out for themselves. In my case, I just had everything put in my son's carry-on. He had a little rolling suitcase. So we just put everything there, and whenever I felt the need that we needed a snack, they were asking for something, they seemed bored or they needed more entertainment, we would just pull things out of it and have snacks and have toys. When they would be done playing with their toys, we would put them back and get the next toy. So those are my thoughts on goodie bags. The idea of new, delicious and fun items is what I got from it, but goodie bags do not work for me at this stage of my life and my children's age. Those are the things that we brought in our carry-ons for our kids and in their carry-ons for themselves. I hope this was helpful. I hope this gives you some ideas and gives you some inspiration and help whenever you're traveling with your children. If you are traveling with your children, I would love to know, what is your children's favorite snack? Because I'm on a hunt of trying new snacks, because we are traveling kind of regularly, a few times a year with my children. If you're getting something fun and delicious for your children, I would love to know that. Leave me a comment below or reach out to me on social media and I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye.